The explosion of volcanoes are truly terrifying disasters. On the other hand, it is very interesting to observe the explosion if one places himself far away from the river of lava and harmful eruption. There are very few other spectacles on Earth that compare to that of the dynamic volcanic explosions, which has a unique and eerie beauty to it, right? Today on our channel, we want you viewers to realize that. Becoming interested in this topic yet? Well, let's go take a look. The Stromboli Volcano's explosion, Italy. The Stromboli volcano in the seas of Italy is famous for its continuous explosion. It has been erupting continuously for the last 20,000 years. This volcano's name is also used to describe a type of volcanic eruption called the Strombolic Eruption. The mountain top is shaken, and the continuous explosions blow out volcanic gas, volcanic ashes, and volcanic rocks. The video you are seeing now captured one of these eruptions. Numerous records of eruptions like this have actually been uploaded on the internet. That is to say, in other words, this immortal volcano is a very famous sightseeing location among tourists. More interestingly, these are people living normal lives around the Stromboli volcano. The population of this island, which has grown over a few thousand years, is now a few hundred people. The large explosion that often occurs has done intense damage to the habitats of these people, but each time, those living in the area have diligently rebuilt and fixed their civilization, despite the hard work that is required. Volcano on La Palma, Canary Islands. You might think this is surprising, but the Canary Islands are not only famous for being a beautiful seaside resort, but is also famous for its many earthquakes. The islands in this area are all volcanic islands, and geologically, these islands are rather young. For example, La Palma was born only about 2 million years ago. Here, earthquakes and volcanic eruptions are nothing out of the ordinary. As we thought the Phagra Dalzyak volcano in Iceland calmed down, the volcano on La Palma erupted and started a rampage. The Spanish government is doing its best to keep the damages from the eruption to a minimum on the people and infrastructure, but on the other hand, people from all over the world are intrigued by the flaming river and fountains blowing out from the volcano. We would like for you to take a look as well. This is truly breathtaking beauty. As part of the Cumbre Vieja Mountains, this volcano started becoming active again on September 9th, 2021. The Spanish government successfully evacuated a few thousand people who lived in the area, but this intense disaster destroyed many buildings and have already started to make a large impact on the island and country's economy. The Kluschevskaya Sopka volcano in the Kamchatka Peninsula, Russia. Now let's turn our eyes to the other end of the Eurasian continent, to the Kamchatka Peninsula covered in snow. Here is where you can find the Kluschevskaya Sopka volcano, which holds numerous honorable titles at the same time. On the active stratovolcanoes in the Eurasia continent, this volcano has the highest elevation, and this is also the highest peak in the Kamchatka Peninsula. The reason behind the extreme activeness of this volcano can be easily explained. The Kluschevskaya Sopka volcano is an unbelievably young mountain, where its age doesn't even reach up to 7,000 years. The first eruption of the Kluschevskaya Sopka that the scientists came to know of was already recorded by the very first Russian scientists and settlers that settled in the Kamchatka between the end of the 17th century and the early 18th century. After that, the volcano is constantly erupting, with minor breaks in between from time to time. It has erupted 10 times already in the 21st century. The video you are watching right now is that of the most recent eruption at this point, and it occurred between February and March of 2021. Doesn't it almost look like this was recorded in hell? By the way, looking at the records from the past few hundred years, this is not the most extreme eruption of this volcano. Also, fortunately, this area's population is very little, so even though dynamic disasters repeatedly occur, the effects and damages to the people, their assets, and infrastructure have been kept to a minimum. Tarver Volcano, Papua New Guinea. Papua New Guinea is a country that has tremendous amounts of volcanoes. Eruptions occur daily, so if Papua New Guinea had a higher standard of living and its infrastructure was more solid, there would be more tourists that visit this land without a doubt. This video captured the eruption of the Tarver volcano in 2014. This mountain blowing out fire constantly releases flowing lava and volcanic ashes. For example, in the eruption of 1944, the town of Rabaul was completely destroyed and became covered in ashes. Fortunately, most of the residents were able to evacuate safely, but they had to rebuild the town elsewhere from scratch. There is a caldera called Rabaul, named after the town, and the Tarver volcano lies within this caldera with the other connected volcanoes, which are like brothers to it. There has been continuous volcanic activity in this area for over thousands of years. Between the years 535 and 536, the Earth's climate changed dramatically, and the largest global cooling in the past 2,000 years occurred. Some scientists think that this was due to a massive eruption in the Rabaul caldera, or one of its brother volcanoes. Kalbuco volcano's eruption, Chile. In 2015, the Kalbuco volcano, located near a small village called Puerto Varas in Chile, erupted. The most impressive thing about this was the dynamic and terrifying mushroom-shaped volcanic plume that resembled that of the atomic bomb. There must have been residents and tourists in the area who thought for a moment that a nuclear war had started. The Chile government evacuated many people from the neighbouring areas, including Puerto Varas. They were able to avoid serious human casualties and material damage, and the eruption ended with people just being frightened. On the other hand, there was something that benefited from this eruption. That is the algae in the ocean. In 2016, a large algae bloom, or sometimes called a water bloom, emerged in the oceans of Chile. The scientists are conjecturing that the tremendous amounts of volcanic ashes flowing into the oceans and piling up on the ocean floor was the cause of this algae bloom. It is a well-known fact that ashes tend to have an effect of increasing fertility. The Kalbuco volcano has erupted a few times in the past. For example, in the eruption of 1961, a smoke pillar including volcanic ashes flew up and rose to about 15 kilometers in the air. In another eruption between 1893 and 1894, it flung bomb-like volcanic rocks to an area 8 kilometers in radius from the volcano. Phagra Dalzyak volcano, Iceland. The capital of Iceland, Reykjavik. It was the night of March 19th, 2021, that the Phagra Dalzyak volcano near the capital violently came back to life. The grounds near Phagra Dalzyak kept storing up heat from the year before, and scientists have noticed thousands of minor shakes underground. In the midst of all this, finally, the fuming magma found its exit way and blew out onto the Earth's surface as a river of fire. Despite the warnings from Iceland's government and the rescue squad who clearly stated going close is very dangerous, the Phagra Dalzyak volcano became a famous sightseeing spot in no time. Many onlookers came to the site very prepared, like bringing a drone to film the volcano from the sky at a bird's point of view. We can thank them for these videos that caught the shocking footage of this cauldron of hell in the crater of the volcano. The Phagra Dalzyak volcano is still emitting heat, still to this day. There is still lava running down from the volcano even in September, and it will not be surprising if the volcano erupts again anytime soon. This Phagra Dalzyak volcano's eruption is thought to be the longest running eruption that occurred in Iceland in the 21st century. Well, this will conclude our video for today. Thank you for watching, everyone. Did you like the pictures and videos of nature's furious powers? Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like our video, and share this video on your social media accounts. We look forward to your comments about any opinions or reactions. Your reactions and evaluations keep our channel growing. We will have to say goodbye for now, but let's meet again. Bye!